Hi, my name is Joe Ross. I come from Fitzroy Crossing in the Kimberley, and we're standing today on the top of the Oscar Ranges, remnants of the Great Devonian Reef. In this country, the traditional language group for this area is Bunuba. And the Bunuba people over time, thousands of years, would have seen many things go on and around this place. Today we're going to talk about one of our proudest stories, Jandamarra. Jandamarra, he lived in the Windjana Gorge, and it's in Windjana Gorge that was his traditional grounds. And in the midst of the resistance movement in trying to stop European people coming to Bunuba country, they used this as their hiding grounds. So people used to live in the caves to get away, not only from, if we talk about the troubers, but to get away from the heat during the heat of the day on the hot weather time, and also the rain. Jandamarra originally was employed as a tracker in the WA police force to go out and track people that were stealing sheep. Most policemen had to have Aboriginal people with them just to survive in this country, to be able to live, especially in the dry times. There's not much tucker around, not much water. Well, this Constable Richardson was based at Limmalura, which was the old Lucan station next to Windjana Gorge, and it's the old police station site there. And he was based there, and he actually built up quite a good friendship with Jandamarra. So it would be Richardson and Jandamarra's job to go and look for who stole those sheep. And once they were brought back, they were chained up in groups of, say, 10 people, chains around their neck, and then marched to the old prison tree in Derby. And then from there they would be sentenced to be either taken to Roebourne or Rottnest. But ironically, in the end, when they had Bunuba people chained up and ready to go to Derby, Jandamarra was influenced by Bunuba people to let them go and to shoot Richardson. And that was the start of the virtually guerrilla warfare against European people coming into Bunuba country. When the conflict was happening down in Perth, I mean, they started to get angry about this, so they sent more and more troopers up here, and they didn't matter how many troopers you had on the ground here. Bunuba people, they could hide in these limestone ranges, no problem at all in this country, and live on it 12 months of the year. Bunuba people used to believe that he had magical powers. Virtually they call him like a magic man. And they believe he was invulnerable to even bullets. He would just pop up here, pop up behind the limestone, pop up in Tunnel Creek, pop up in Windjana Gorge. That's why it was so hard for the troopers to catch him and all his men. And more troopers came up here, policemen and the local managers trying to catch him. It took about 10 years. 10 long years of trying to finally whittle down this Bunuba resistance. Well, in the end, there's a place called 6 Mile Creek, not far from Tunnel Creek, and the policemen, they had a camp there, and Jandamarra and Alamata and a group of Bunuba men went there to go and ambush them at night, and they had a bit of a battle there, and he was severely wounded at 6 Mile. And he went from 6 Mile, ran back in through a place called Dingo Gap and tried to come in on the back way of Tunnel Creek. And they tracked him down there and finally shot him at the back of Tunnel Creek. Whether you'd call him a bushranger like Ned Kelly or not, but to us, like Ned Kelly, he's a hero, Australian hero. And for us, Jandamarra is a hero. Not only Bunuba people, but I think for all Aboriginal people.